Hi there, Tom Mary with Workman's Dashboard here. In this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to set up your default bid fields. And the motivation here is that in most of our contracting businesses, we typically bid the same types of things over and over and over again. There are times that we have custom bids and we need custom language for a particular project, but often we're bidding the same types of scope of work over and over again. And furthermore, a lot of us also have pre-established unit prices in our business. So really the motivation for setting up these defaults is to cut down the time that it takes to create a bid. So if we're creating 1,000 bids a year, for example, and we can reduce the time from 10 minutes to 5 minutes that it takes to prepare a bid. We've just saved 5,000 minutes over the course of the year. I think we're actually probably saving a lot more time than that, but just to illustrate the example. We also want to reduce any errors, and so we may have various users throughout the company. Some might be better grammatically or with typing than others. So we can have a uniform presentation to our customer and make sure that there are fewer errors. And if we do use unit prices, we can also speed up and eliminate any pricing errors also. So for example, let me show you, well, I guess let me first show you how we got here. So if you click the admin panel, and you do have to have admin privileges to be able to see that, go to the admin panel and then you click bid fields here right towards the middle. And in this demo company that I have up, we have a house painting contractor. And so, we have already set up a handful of these custom fields in there. So under the product service category, we have house painting, and we have several things set up there underneath house painting. We have clean and prep work, which we charge out at $65 per hour. The body painting, we charge $50 per square foot. And I'm not a painting contractor, so if these prices seem outrageous, they're just placeholders. We have trim painting, soffit painting, and gutter painting. We have established prices in there. So if we wanted to add new ones, let's see, so we have house, deck, and fence. Say we just wanted to have our own preparation category. Oh, well, see, there you go. I'm making typing mistakes as I go. So preparation, and we could put pressure washing. We're going to charge that out by the hour at $50. We could have scraping. Do that by the hour. We'll charge a little bit less for that because we don't have to pay for gas and equipment. And then we could do, let's say, sanding. Do that $50 an hour too. So then we add those fields, and they're going to be added to our defaults here. And those actually won't show up down here until we refresh, so I'll go ahead and refresh. So now we have preparation down here. So if we're in, let's go to a job now, and we'll see how that interacts with the job. We'll click in here. We'll click our bid invoice, and so if we click preparation, which are the ones that we just added, we're going to see those items here. And so you can either click the drop down and use your mouse to select that, or you can just start typing a word. So PRE, we get pressure washing, and then select it, and you can put in 2 hours. Now you'll notice that it went ahead and inserted that $65 an hour that's the default. So if you want to have good uniformity of your pricing, regardless of whether it's a very junior person or a senior person or the owner preparing the quote, if you want to have good uniformity there and reduce errors, this is a good way to do that because the prices are all pre-established per unit. Now these are just suggestions and they're just default, so if you want to overwrite that and say, well, I think this customer is going to be a pain in the butt, so I'm going to charge $100, you just overwrite it right on the fly there. So it gives you the flexibility to use the default, but it's not so rigid that you can't update it and change it with however you want. And actually, let me show you a different build. This is for my asphalt contracting business. We have between 2,000 and 3,000 standard line items in here, and what's really cool about that, so we perform parking lot striping, like line stall painting and so forth, and stenciling. So under striping, I think we have about 17 or 1,800 things. So this uses a coating technology called Ajax, which if you scroll down here, you just see there's tons and tons of these things, right? This just goes on forever and ever. It's all sorts of different combinations of sizes and colors. So I can just type a keyword in there like blue, and it's going to restrict the results to only, so I went from like 1,800 down to just maybe 2 dozen. So you can type in any keyword and it's going to quickly find what you need there. So you don't have to scroll through hundreds and hundreds of things to find what you want. You just start typing a keyword. It doesn't have to be the first word of the string, just anywhere in the string. And it's going to find it, and then you go find what you want. Oh, curb stop painting blue, that's what I want. Okay, and then you tab over. We don't actually have a default quantity in there for that, but if we did, it would have put that in there. So as you can see, this is a slick way to really automate your bidding process and reduce the amount of time that it takes to produce each quote and get better uniformity across all your users in your system. So that concludes this tutorial on the standard bid line items. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the string below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.